summer of 2009 has been the busiest period ever in the Corrib project. At one stage, we had more than 1,500 workers employed here in Erris. In this short film, we would like to show you the fantastic progress which has been made during the summer of 2009.
This is an example of great teamwork. We have a host of different nationalities, a host of different companies that actually come out of different industries. There's the dredging industry, the offshore industry, the civils industry, and it all comes together at this particular point.
Well, we arrived here in April this year with our landfall contractors. We started by digging a trench. This pipeline has to be buried in a trench. So that's a 2-kilometer trench at the end of which the solitaire is laying right now. We installed a 102 millimeter wire, that's this size, and that's all the way in the center of the trench. And at the end, the solitaire picked that wire up and connected it to the pipeline.
On board the solitaire, they're currently welding sections of pipe together, making it out into a bundle. The bundle consists of a steel gas pipeline of 20-inch with 2 high-density polyethylene pipes strapped on top of it. That's actually what you see right now on this white structure. It's called the stinger. It guides the pipe into the water and ensures that the stresses in the pipe remain within acceptable limits.
This is a very beautiful place, but it is also technically a very challenging place to bring a pipeline ashore. And that is because we are entirely dependent on marine operations. We are exposed to the northwest in the Atlantic Ocean, in a bay where only in January 13 meters waves were running through. Last week 8 meters.
The Glengad construction area is situated within a special area of conservation and special protection areas. Construction at Glengad could not start until we had full approval of our environmental management plan and our method statements by the relevant regulatory authorities. There is a sand martin nesting colony approximately 30 metres away from the cliff that has been cut in order to pull in the offshore pipeline. In order to protect these sand martins, we have an exclusion zone situated behind and above the nesting burrows such that construction activities do not affect the birds or threaten the stability of the cliff in which the birds' nests are. There are also ornithologists that carry out regular monitoring on the sand martin colony. In terms of the protection of badgers and otters on the site, again, faunal surveys have taken place in this area and on site in order to mitigate against any issues with badgers or otters. We have, along the base of the perimeter fence line, we have gates to allow access for animals across the construction site.
Some of the pipes weighed 7 tonnes, 7.5 tonnes, and these ones here, as you can see here, they weighed about 3.5. So they're transported by lorry down to here. They come in the gate, they go to the wash station, and they're given another visual inspection by the men on the trucks to make sure that there's nothing inside them. The good thing that we had no incidents, no accidents, and it doesn't matter how long it does to do it, but the main thing is to get it done and get it done safely.
We are controlling here the pipeline pull-in process behind. The solitaire is just holding it and letting it slowly go.
So every 24 meters that's welded is being pulled with a speed of approximately 2 meters per minute onto the beach.
Behind me is the Solitaire, the largest pipe-laying ship in the world. And just some minutes ago, the Corrib gas pipe enter the water. There has been a great vibe around the area for the past weeks, and a great sense of teamwork involved in the preparation and the planning of this event, which has culminated in the pipe hitting Irish waters. What we've seen here this evening is the start of a phase that will deliver the Corrib gas pipe to the landfall at Glengad, and as this is just one part of a significant jigsaw that will see Corrib gas delivered for the benefit of the people of Ireland.
It is a beautiful day. Couldn't have been better.
Removal of the temporary causeway is currently underway. We have to basically remove every single piece of rock that we used during construction. We have to make sure that we've removed it all. The workers will go out onto the beach at low tide to take in excess stone that obviously gets washed up every now and then from the causeway. The excavations and trenches will be fully backfilled. The cliff will be built back up and will be allowed to generate naturally. There will be no seeding used in the actual cliff face itself. It will be allowed to regenerate naturally. All contractor equipment, welfare facilities, offices, canteen, the water winning or water storage pit will all be removed from the site. Topsoil will be reinstated in the area and the perimeter fencing will be removed. There will be no evidence of construction activities on the site.
Many people have worked hard. My thanks goes to all that have contributed to realize this event.
2009 has been a tremendous year so far for the Corrib project. The 3-month period between May and July have seen the completion of the offshore pipeline, a very difficult operation, a huge effort went into planning that, and it was safely and successfully completed. The oral hearing into the onshore pipeline has been completed and we're waiting for a decision from the Planning Authority, and great progress has been made at the terminal in Ballinaboy. Over 1,000 workers there. The terminal is now 80% completed and will be ready for commissioning towards the end of this year. So all in all, huge progress across all the different parts of the Corrib project.